Welcome back. My last guest today is Nicole Comas from Stiletto Strategy Group. Nicole, thank you for joining me. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Me too, thank you.
I know that before this show, we've had many conversations about the evolution of your business, and it's really a great story. So could you share with viewers a little bit about the history of Stiletto Strategy Group?
Sure. So I was in the mortgage business, and about 2 years into it, a friend of mine started working with a life coach. And I saw an amazing change in her and said, I got to figure that out, right? Like, I got to explore this, figure out what this is all about, and it completely changed my life. Built up my self-confidence, helped me heal some abandonment issues, really give me direction in my future. And I was working 7 days a week, and after I started working with a life coach, I managed to cut that back a little bit, make more money, win incentive trips. I also got a social life because I wasn't working as much, and it was awesome because I made more money doing it. So.
That's great. That's great. So when, after you worked with the life coach, then you said, I know I want to do this. And like, what was it that finally helped you to make that decision and do it? Because here you are, right?
Yeah. Well, the housing market crash happened in 2008. And I used to love what I did. I was incredibly passionate about the mortgage business. And for 5 years, I tried to get that passion back. And I had such a hard time. I'd get it back a little bit, and then I'd fall back down. And I'd get it a little bit, and I'd fall back down. And there was this little voice on my shoulder saying, you need to call Diane, which was a coach that I had worked with. And finally, after 6 months, I called, and I was working with her, and she started laughing. She goes, you want to be a coach? And I said, oh, yeah. I always wanted to check that out, right?
Yeah.
And so it got me into registering for a certification program and really exploring what coaching was, and I fell in love.
That's wonderful. Your calling, right?
It totally is my calling.
So I know some people go, well, what's the difference between a coach and, say, a therapist? So how would you clearly define that for someone that would ask?
So there's actually 3 industries that get intertwined a little bit, right? There's coaching, therapy, and consulting. So a consultant is someone that you hire that is an expert in their field, right? So a marketing consultant helps your business with marketing and tells you what to do to grow your business, right? And then a therapist actually works in the past and in trauma and helps you heal, right? And there's a little bit of past work in coaching, but mostly we work on the present to get you to where you want to go in the future.
Right.
Goal planning, working on things that maybe stop you from achieving your goals, your fears, and that sort of thing.
Fantastic. So I know that you have recently taken a little bit of your history from the past and brought it into the future, and you have a new exciting program as part of your coaching.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little about that?
So it's funny because I realized that everything that I loved about the mortgage business, and the reason I was so passionate about it at one time, was because I was helping people repair their credit, create budgets, everything that wasn't part of my job, right? Which is kind of funny. So I decided to incorporate that in my coaching business. So I had actually spoken with a couple therapists that help women going through divorce. And they said, oh my gosh, you can't believe how many women need this information. They don't know how to create budgets. They don't know anything about their credit. The husband always took care of it. Right. So I decided to incorporate that in my program.
That's great.
And I'm so excited about it because it was what I loved, right? I'm a numbers girl. My first Christmas present that I actually loved, or I should say my favorite present, was a calculator. Kind of dorky, I know, but it printed receipts and I loved it. And I played with it forever. So I'm a numbers girl, and I love the idea of helping women, educate them, empower them, to get them into a better place in life.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So is there any specific criteria for who you work with, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. Anybody who really wants to move their finances forward and get into a better place financially.
That's great. And not only financially, but also probably with their job or professionally, right, in that arena. That's wonderful. I know that you are amazing with your tireless efforts in giving back to the community.
Thank you.
I know you're involved, so tell me a little bit about the Toys for Tots Gala.
Okay. So I volunteered for Toys for Tots from 2008 until about 2013. I was their marketing and fundraising director, and I was hosting events to raise money to buy more toys for the children. And I actually realized that really for me to make more money, it would be better if I just focused on one event. So I decided to not continue on in that role as the marketing and fundraising director and host a Toys for Tots Gala through my business. And it has been a huge success. This year will be our 6th year. And the money we raise does go to buying toys for age groups that they don't get enough toys for.
Great.
A lot of people ask me why Toys for Tots, and it's because I connect with my childhood. Again, the gift from Santa, my calculator. You know, I have those memories, and I want to be able to provide those memories to other children who otherwise
Fantastic.
wouldn't have anything. You know, so
yeah. Above and beyond your Toys for Tots, I know you're very involved in the chamber.
Yes.
Everything from women in business to MST. I know you're, and not to mention you're a tireless advocate for the chamber. For that, I thank you. But maybe share with us the value of that kind of involvement, not only maybe from a coaching perspective, but from a professional's perspective, the value in giving back and getting involved.
Oh my goodness. So in 2008 is when I joined the chamber, and I was struggling in the mortgage business, and it kept me afloat. It kept me able to continue in a business and make money at 100% commission, right? So it allowed me to keep treading water into some, you know, and making money. It also gave me the confidence and the connections to start the Stiletto Strategy Group and follow my passion.
Yeah.
I've made so many friends. It's been an amazing experience. And I tell everybody that starts their own business that the first thing that they should do is to join their local chamber and to get involved.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, as we wrap up, I would like you to share with our viewers if maybe they're contemplating, you know, working with a coach. What might that look like, and what would you say might be that demarcation to go from thinking about it to actually hiring a coach?
Well, the thing that I love about coaching is we're all human. I work with a coach too, right? So we have fears. We have things that stand in our way. There's times where you don't have to sugarcoat your thoughts or worry about that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. And so it's just a really good place to have someone to talk to brainstorm ideas. So I think if you have some place that you want to go in life and you want some support in doing that, working with a coach is an excellent way to do it. And I do offer a complimentary session to anybody who is interested in exploring it.
Great.
And yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
we
you.
just appreciate your insight and, as I said, your support from the chamber. And I'm really excited to hear what happens as that new part of your business starts to unfold.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for being here today. Thank you, and we'll be back.